First thing you do when you wake up in the morning is go to work. You're a slave. And hear me out on this. Because I was stuck in the same position in life. Because this time in the morning is very special. This time in the morning you shouldn't give to everyone else. And the reason why I'm calling these people slaves, because, well, first of all, they put themselves into slavery because they choose their boss first. They choose their boss's business first. They choose the company first. And I speak to people and I see their dedication and discipline every morning. This is how I saw it at first. And I see that, I mean, people are waking up 5 in the morning and people are rushing out the door. They're speeding, they're risking their lives to go to work for their boss's company. And then I ask them, do you even like what you're doing? No. Do you care about like the mission of your company? No. Do you think your company's helping the world? No. Then what's going on here? You're just selling out for a paycheck? And I get it, people need money to live, but like this dying obedience to your bosses is ridiculous. And I'm bringing this up because, yes, I want people to go to work. Yes, I want people to have money. Yes, I want people to have a lot of money. Let me state that again. I want people with so much money they don't know what to do with. I want people to live their lives and feed their families. But the thing is, at like what cost? And and I'm not just bringing up a problem without a solution, but the solution is actually very simple because we need to take our time back. We can't just give it to our employers. And it's just wake up a little bit earlier. We be selfish with our time. 2-3 hours in the morning, it's ours. And we do what we want to do. We do things to build ourselves during that time. This is the morning routine. I know it's so cliche at this point, especially, I mean, self-improvement circles, fitness, I mean, you name it. I mean, it's all over the internet. But we need we need a routine. We need something to build our mind mentally, spiritually. Because to be honest, that's when we actually grow. We think it's going to work, doing what we have to do, make money. Yes, that's a part of it. But, you know, the 80-20 principle, I believe that time in the morning is the 20% that gives us the 80 of the results. So this is what I'm saying. We got to wake up in the morning. We got to take our time back. And what do you do in the morning? Well, that's time for reflection. And when I say reflection, that's growth. Because you can't be distracted doing things. Nobody has time for themselves. So we need to be selfish and make time for ourselves. And just think about what we have to do. Because I'm seeing people, they're just rushing their lives. Their lives are just going task to task. And I'm not okay with that. And my life used to be this way also. So don't think I'm just, poking fun at you guys or putting you guys down because I was in the same exact position. But we need that time in the morning. Like I could tell you what I do. So first thing I do in the morning, and it changes with the order, just whatever I'm feeling. But majority of the time, I get up, I go for a walk. I got a nice little walk in my neighborhood. I get some sunlight, get a quick little exercise, fresh air, come back inside. Come in for, I sit down, meditate for maybe 15 minutes. And if I need more, I'll do more, maybe 30, 45, an hour, whatever I need that day. And then I journal. I just write down my thoughts, whatever I'm thinking right there, whatever stressed me out. Maybe it's what I have to do today, maybe it's what happened yesterday. Just I'm processing my emotions. Do you see what I'm doing right here? This is when I'm building myself. I'm getting ideas. I'm like, oh, do I really want to be working this job? Do I should I even interact with that person? Or like, I should stop talking to this person. Or maybe I should get closer to this person. Or like, the gears just start moving. Because this is what I'm saying, we're slave-like. And it's not an insult. Like, it's just what it is. Like, slaves don't have time to think. Their time, their life goes to someone else. And we did this in the modern world the salary took away that illusion, if anything. Because majority of people, well, people in big companies and stuff don't get paid hourly, but they get paid salary. But that took away that illusion. But you're still selling your time because you're still in the office for a certain amount of hours a week. But we need to take this time in the morning for ourselves to actually build our life. Because I could tell you, like, and especially these guys that make a lot of money, work for these corporations. I'm thinking about so many people in my mind in my life right now, but they believe business is impossible, entrepreneurship is impossible, or getting out of this life in general is impossible, or making any change is impossible. But then I realize, well, the reason why it's impossible is because they don't take that time in the morning, because they're just building up. People don't realize, like, you don't have time. How about I bring this up? This concept of healing, and trust me, it connects to all this. This concept of healing is bullshit. I believe it's bullshit in society. Like, you hear a lot of women, I'm healing from this. No, there's no healing. You heal along the way. You know, you're constantly getting bombarded with trauma. I mean, you're just living life. You don't have time to heal. I mean, this is a state of nature. You know, nature doesn't wait for you. So this is what I'm saying. We take control of time. We use our time and we heal. Like, we use that time to heal, to process through these emotions that we can. But bullshit is still coming at us. So this is what I'm saying. It's like, and the thing is, we get basically piled on almost like debt of trauma that we need to process through. Because we're already processing through what happened to us years ago, right? Or our last job, or our last relationship, or what happened recently. And everything just gets buried. And the thing is, we need to dig through this trauma. Because the problem is, people spend any time alone, they lose their minds. If anything, solitude is discouraged. Solitude is almost, I could say, insult. Like, people would insult you. People were like, you have no friends. You have, like, it's just such a negative connotation. But I believe this is where the negative connotation comes from, because you just can't stay in solitude. I mean, this is the point of prison, honestly. And this is why prisons are such horrible places, honestly, because someone goes to prison, obviously they did horrible things in their life, and probably because of their life circumstances and what they've been through, and they're forced to go to prison in solitude and actually think about what they actually did. And you just hear the horror stories, and the majority of people don't even get better. It's just too much at one time. There's just too much debt, of trauma. Like, think about trauma like this. It's debt that you got to process through, that you got to pay off for you to actually think clearly through life. This is because entrepreneurship is easy. Changing your life is easy in theory. But it's the emotional, the mental side, the spiritual side comes in. But we don't give ourselves time to do this. We just distract ourselves, telling us we need the next promotion, we need more money, we need to buy this, we need to buy that, we need that relationship. Like, the thing is, it's not even a bad mindset. It's like you're always working, you're grinding. But the thing is, it's working against you. So this is what I'm saying. We got to slow down and actually think about our lives. We need that time, and this is the time in the morning, like, that we owe it to ourselves. I say lose sleep, honestly. This is how important it is. Lose sleep to get there. I mean, your sleep schedule will change with time. We need that time in the morning to actually think about how to get out of this situation, because you're just running on the hamster wheel, and your bosses know this. I mean, this is why everyone's so, and I could prove it too. If you still think I'm bullshitting about this, like, I could prove, I mean, go look outside. Everyone is miserable at their jobs. Everyone is throwing their negative energy onto you. I mean, the amount of play, I don't even want to walk into a store. I don't even want to buy anything, because I don't want to make some disgusting energy exchange with someone. Like, it's just everyone hates their lives. I mean, you could tell the people that are doing the real work. You could tell the people that are actually getting out of this, and they don't stay in those jobs for long. So it's this work in the morning. You know, this is the difference between the slave and the master. I mean, like, the master he owns his own time. The slave doesn't. Like, I mean, if I could give the simplest, basic, clear-cut definition of a slave or a master, that's what it is. So do you own your time? I'm asking you that. And I'm telling you, I beg of you, this might be, it's simple, right? It's simple, but just do it. Try it. One day of this will work for you. One day of this will make you calmer. Because you can't be in this stressful state of mind. Like, I mean, this is legit a science. I mean, you're like, you can't. How can I say this? Like, the wavelengths that your brain is giving off. It's like you just can't do this. You cannot get these ideas. This is not how your brain works. You need to be in a relaxed state, but we're never in a relaxed state. I mean, everyone wakes up in the morning and we're just taking stimulants. Like, no one's ever relaxed. People don't even know what relaxation is. Like people don't, like it's such a big contrast. Like I mean, when it hits them, they're like, I haven't relaxed a day in my life, and then they realize they haven't gone anywhere. And this is very dangerous. What I'm saying right here. A lot of people don't want you to know this. I'm the one brave enough to say this. But if everyone did this collectively, the whole world will look completely different. I mean, our society will look completely different. I mean, from the bottom up. I mean, from the infrastructure to our culture, from our food, the way we treat each other, our communities, everything would be completely different if people did this. But everyone is so distracted. Everybody's in survival mode. So this is what I'm telling you. It's crazy in this society. Um, we choose slavery. Slavery is a mindset. People don't realize this. Because people actually have been slaves in history, but they didn't act like it. Or they got past it. And there are people that were born privileged and basically so-called masters, they still act like slaves. So I would claim it's more of a mindset. I'm saying get into this mindset. Slow down. Slow is fast. This is what I've learned in my life. Slow is fast. Fast is slow. This goes from everything. I learned this from MMA and martial arts, and it carries over into this. So we need to slow things down. Like, I don't know what your morning routine would be. It's whatever you need. I'm not saying do what I do. That's what works for me. Maybe you get up and read. Maybe you get up, have breakfast. Maybe you call a friend. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, walk the dog. I mean, it's whatever works for you. Like, this is the beauty of it. Because I'm telling you what works for me. You could copy and try it, go ahead. But we need all the different things to cultivate our personalities or souls, our futures. So I'm telling you guys, take this time in the morning because this will break your shackles out of slavery. If you take that time in the morning, take time to yourself and what you want to do with your life. And that compounds over time. Because, I mean, I could swear in a year your whole life will look completely different because you took that time for yourself. You're not rushing from place to place. Because we're just building on, like, it's just, yes, we're healing. I mean, it's just like our bodies. We're always healing, right? This is what our bodies are made to do. But we're still taking trauma. Life is still happening to us. And we need to address things. So even though we're in the middle of healing, we're still getting scars from other things. We don't have all the time in the world like this. I mean, you could say we're always dying if you want to think about it like that. So this is why we need to keep on moving. But when I say this, I'm not saying don't neglect yourself. So this is what I'm saying. Let's work through this trauma. Do this self-therapy. People pay for therapy. Hey, let's do our own therapy first before we pay someone else. Okay, how about that? Let's do our own therapy first. Let's take control of our lives. Let's take time on ourselves. Let's build ourselves because this is going to trickle down to everything else. And this is a huge part of my program. Like, this is mandatory. You have to be doing this if you're working with me because we're not going to get anywhere. Because, again, I'm just going to be making you going from task to task. I want you to think about what we're doing and how we're changing your life. And if you liked what I said right here, and if you're interested to train with me, click the link below. If you got any questions about my program, actually go to my Instagram and just DM me. I'll talk to you guys whenever. I mean, in 24 hours I'll get back to you guys, okay? But yeah, hit me up. And I want you guys, please take this time in the morning. If there's anything to take away from this video, if you watch all the way through the end, please take that time in the morning to actually change your life. Please share this to someone else. I want the message to get out there. Like, subscribe. I want this in the algorithm. This message is very important. I mean, I'll say it's life and death. Honestly, this is how important, this is how urgent it is. This needs to get out there because it's nuanced and no one's talking about this. But thank you guys. Appreciate it. Take it easy. See you again.